LG and a lot of aggression towards this top side of the map.
Oh, yeah, in the guard. I mean, look at the amount of counter pressure they have at the exact same time. Moose, oh, he's just getting assaulted. Absolutely sandwiched everyone from the guard meeting up back over and spawn. But yeah, the B site's going to be free.
I think they should be very wary of the guard here in a second. There's no trigger on that trademark deep towards A main. And it will be net to just pull his teleports back here. B-Dog, oh, the one-way smoke almost working perfectly to find one. One trade as it looks like Tig wanted to get aggressive and he's granted a kill for a 3v2.
Ooh, the two could be made a little bit worse though. There goes Dazzle around the corner, taking down Saya player. Tig doing the exact same thing to the side of Jonah P. Now Valen, now Tig. They're dancing around this Radiant box, trying to take down each other. The Valen, oh, he's pretty much on top of the spike, but it was just a fake. But Tig gets absolutely destroyed from the jump.
Ooh, sure, I want to favor LG in this situation, especially with only 2 sheriffs bond this round.
Yeah, I don't think anyone should realistically be confident in a buy like this, but definitely just GLHF at this point. See what LG can actually try to pull off in terms of early map control. They actually heading under as nobody from the guards are realistically compensating for this. Back over in arcade. You do have one close though, Saya player playing up that crossfire against Trent, and in comes the rest of the players. These Phantoms, they just grind out. No, excuse me, it's actually Spectres around the corner. Only SMGs here, but actually Moose. 2 kills back with the classic. These last 2 players are incredibly lit, but how do they actually get that kill back onto Valen? They can't heal.
Oh no!
B-Dog coming in with a big kill into Jonah P out of nowhere too. Nets now in a 1v2, but this one is quite possible.
Yeah, very low HP on both Dazzle and Moose here, and somehow they do not find those kills underneath. Low HP on Dazzle and Moose in that engagement. I mean, I think based on the HUD, Dazzle is already dead in my opinion. Moose, just a sliver, 4 HP left. And all it's going to take is a couple of taps here from Nets. It goes. He can maybe even pick up a Spectre here, if there's anything laying on the ground, and doesn't look like it at this point in time.
Yeah. Ooh, he does find one at least. He's going to stick to the ghost. Oh, Moose around the corner again. One shot to the body should be able to do it, but the flash in his face, and now he's only 1 hit too. Nets in the exact same paper-thin position. Oh boy.
2 Phantoms, 3 Spectres to work with in this one. And it is going to be the guard getting aggressive towards Street, but a spray down from B-Dog, all ready to find one.
Yeah. Just a lot of pressure. Back over in both Hall and Shree, but B-Dog is going to stay safe. He's going to be pretty much the only person here just farming up the frags while this happens. The rest of his teammates are actually trying to regain this exact same position back to try to help out B-Dog to actually head up and B, and that actually works. Clears out Trent, clears out the rest of the guard. We don't exactly know what the target still is for LG. We're just waiting to see who from the guard actually steps up, and it's actually Net that steps up to the plate. He goes a bit too far into main, and he actually takes down Mata. Ooh, who else is going to get some cheeky frags?
It is a Phantom, though, picked up here from Net. That's a little bit of economic damage done to LG. A 2,900 investment gone the other way as they will pivot back now to the A site. Moose is just walking his way on
that's
up.
A W.
There's nothing the guard can do at this point in time. A long flank coming in from Jonah P, but it will be sniffed out by that trap wire as Moose just holding the site down in the meantime as Nets will at least try and get a couple of kills. Okay, there's one for their troubles. 3 versus 2 now, and Jonah P, if he's lucky, can get another here. Tig holding the off angle is going to find it. Rests on the shoulders here of Net now.
And that 1v3. No smokes in the hands of LG. They can't realistically stop him. At least visually, but they could definitely shoot him. Net all the way out in the open at this point. Looking for a big frag, but that TP from B-Dog is even bigger. Now he's just trying to cross man.
Almost a guaranteed B hit here as the guard battling early for control here towards the A main position, and Nets could be good for one here. Boombot not going to actually sniff him out, and he's going to be stuck in the fault line and forced to back away. That's almost a site instantly conceded here by the guard, but LG, they don't pounce. They slow things down.
Well, that's just going to allow the guard to take up this back position. Let's take back immediate view back over onto arcade, but this rolling thunder, it's coming in at a perfect time. but the Tour de Force doesn't actually get affected. Nobody from LG are able to find kills, but again, the Rolling Thunder clears out absolutely everything. And this leaves now the Guard having to face on a 5v5 retake. Orbital Strike going in, but the Spike will still be able to go down. This one's just going to be chaotic.
Hoping to try and catch it over towards the back left corner, but again, Nets not able to connect.
No way.
Just a light tag coming out from the side of the Guard, and yeah, Aftershock to come in to keep these players back in Canteen. Tig has even got a post-plan lineup, and Mata, just playing up close, is going to throw out the blast back and try and hold them back for a second longer as he finds the one frag. B-Dog trying to spray haphazardly. Things are starting to come crumbling down here for the Guard as both Saya and Jonah P try to put on this pressure, but Saya in a 1 versus 2 knows where the last player is but doesn't have the time, and that's LG taking a third round by the skin of their teeth. Any critical point controls to make it happen, but they almost did. A cluster into the site and are able to bring it down to a 1v1, and this time LG quick up towards the A main side. Nothing you can really do as they wrap towards Sand. Valen good for one, but that's not going to be enough here as the rest of LG starting to approach very quickly. 3 players towards drop, now made just 2 as Mata with a nice spam on through. Now the retake will begin, but it's a 3 versus 4. The only positions they really have at this point in time are dropping that slight crack towards main.
Oh, Net with the op is going to be absolutely crucial, at least to try to pick down Mata. He knows that he's there over in heaven. But his spam shots, I mean, it looks like they're on target, but Mata actually does take down Net. Peeks around the corner right at the perfect time. Orbital Strike is used incredibly early from Tig. He'll be able to regenerate it. Again, Orbital Strike so important on this map. We're not going to see it, at least for another few rounds again for this squad, but now Saya player does at least get 1 kill back. Needs to save this. 4-1 going back for LG.
There's just
to say the least, they don't want to do those types of plays anymore.
No, they're not even really attempting it. It's Saya player poking his head through the doors over towards A main. Not really able to find much here early on. And yeah, Boombot, like you said, to clear out this space, and Mata looking to walk his way on up. Now, the big part of the map that they want is to try and get towards Heaven, or apologies, Tower, and Flash ready to send Mata through, but LG making things a little bit slow. The Guard, no control towards Dish. I mean, they really have nothing at all. There's no space for the Guard whatsoever on any part of this map. The door pops open, and that's the head of Tig popped. Maybe a slight overextension in this instance. Gives them this first kill, and the ult popped very early in a peculiar position.
Yeah, that Viper Orb going up in quite the crafty position. That just forces out the rest of the players to go up from main, and there you go, Trent. A massive 2K onto LG as they try to sneak their way into the middle of B, and Trent could just continue to frag. We didn't see much of this over in the first game purely because everyone was able to frag out. But Trent, he's been one of the best players in the scene in the last month. Can he act?
Look like they're really vying for any control whatsoever. You have Net kind of posted up in Tower, not even taking that aggressive peek. He drops a trademark behind that box, and they're not really going to aggress here. Showstopper ready here for Mana for the exec, and now the Guard are starting to push forward. Now they've got dish control, but even then, it's not a confirmation that this is going to be a B hit. They have rotated a 3rd player over, and LG starting to make a little bit more noise. Dazzle now only 1 off of the Rolling Thunder.
It's going to be so chaotic. The smoke dissipates immediately. There you go. Net able to find 1, but he was just able to find some decent information. Dazzle, his spike was completely spotted, but the Rolling Thunder, it's at least going to hit onto Trent. It's the one target that they want. What other angles are the Guard actually going to have to cover off of this? So there goes the Rolling Thunder. Trent is still held up. The flash is massive. Oh, Trent is actually able to get a kill off that being discombobulated. Still a 3v3 though. And there goes the control from Dish coming against them. LG, they don't watch their back line, and now the spike is dropped.
Moose though coming in from the back, and it's the Guard not watching their back line this time around. A very late lurk. The Neural Theft coming out now. 30 seconds left as both Moose and B-Dog have to retrieve the spike here, but it's out in the open. It's right where they can see it, B-Dog.
Oh no,
Nobody's watching. Nobody's watching. They're going to gift it right up here, and even then, B-Dog not able to find the frag. Goes for the repeat, and that's what you want. Saya, though, walking into the jaws of Moose. The timing is so critical.
Oh my God.
10 seconds. Oh, reset now here for the Guard. That is catastrophic, Saya. Oh no. LG.
It hurts.
Will approach again a 5-man setup towards the B site. 2 players, both Jonah P and Saya. Push down aggressive. towards A, and we will see once more Moose. A late lurk on this A side. No util to notify him of it, and they're just wrapping all the way to Arcade. B-Dog is just going to hold this angle. They're doing a late push in, assuming that the guard have peeked that angle, and B-Dog able to hold his own now with the Headhunter. And it looks like LG off of that to start their execution. Nothing really you can do here as, again, we still have Moose on the other side of the map watching for that flank, but Saya, they could do at least net one. They do find a couple frags here in a 4 versus 3, knocked down to 3.
I was about to say, Trent could actually make this round a whole lot more possible. Hello, Nets!
Whoa.
To the back of the head of Tig. Where is Tig going? At least in the cold hands of Net. Now here we go. Showstopper actually already up for Saya player. That is just to put off a bit of danger, to scatter everyone in the middle of this site. Finally gonna use it. Back over in tower. Bamada pops out of the perfect time. And not only that, but has his own showstopper. Throws it right into the middle of sight, but only knocks down a little bit of HP from Net. They know where Dazzle is. They saw the flash a little bit earlier. Bamada coming up from behind. Gets the kill on the Jonah P. How much time does Mada actually have for this? Oh, Net! Net, he goes around.
Tour de Force and the Operator here for Net, so he's going to use the Op in this round, save the Tour de Force for the next, and LG, they've loved this B side so much. Dazzle's been able to farm these ult orbs, get control. They will do their slow tunnel wrap once more as the guard. They've just peaked Arcade. They're not expecting really anyone to come through here, and they're going to wrap all the way through tunnel, and it might catch Saya Playa off guard.
Yeah, this is so cheeky. Oh, but the boom bot is going to pretty much expose that completely. So it does catch them off guard, yes, but it's not going to equate into a frag. Trent is waiting for a wide swing. Tig has 2 other teammates here to try to cover him up. And again, this is just spread control at the moment for LG. They're not exactly worried about a direct take at the moment. They need everyone here for it.
4 players from the guard, now already rotated. You have no Rolling Thunder to really kick off your exec. Saya player has a full kit of util. Same thing here from Trent. He has the fault line readied and primed. Oh, the cage will just allow them to creep up slowly. Fault line goes in. Oh my goodness, Trent, even good for 1. It's just enough, but Valen not able to hold down those lines. That'll push out the players in tower, and LG good to take this control. Have kept the site on lock as that brim smoke comes through.
And not only that, but Tig is going to be the one with the plant most likely, and he doesn't even need the plant. He gets the kill, and he's able to get the extra ult point for that orbital strike. But again, I was just worried about it because of how many players were actually retaking for the guard. But this round is essentially null and void unless Net pulls off some sort of miracle, if he even wants to try it. But 6-2, economy in a disastrous position for the guard. LG have not only won the half, but they're getting some extra credit.
That's that tower control that's just so critical. Valen knows he needed to win that fight out against the second swing, and unfortunately losing that fight, giving up tower, giving no point of contention on this
for LG by any means, but now it's almost literally the guard doing the exact same thing. Just no gaps being found, no early 1v1s. I mean, we're not even seeing early attempts at map control. At least we didn't see it throughout the last few rounds, but at least the attempts back over in Dish haven't stopped. We do have Jonah P waiting up for that contact, and he has a couple of players coming his way.
Yeah, just a singular op here, though. Doesn't have any util to hold them back for a second longer, but he will be able to get away scot-free. Now a little bit of a slight peek. This is a triple sniper setup and a double op setup. There's a Tour de Force coming into play here from Net. Finally, these aggressive peaks, I guess the ops, the snipers are really what they needed. And again, Tour de Force will continue to push forward. A second Cypher cage comes out from Moose. Net so quick on that scope. It's going to be good for another. Now suddenly LG and their anti-eco of all rounds are going to drop another here as these ops, the Tour de Force really coming up big here as it's just the one from
on any sort of pressure. Now look at them. Now that they have the ops, now they're peeking, now they're fighting, and they're going to get bitten back for it. That's what happens. The op in the hands of B-Dog, and he absolutely capitalizes. So now the guard, the dynamic that I was talking about, it goes back. Oh no.
Now it's tunnel control as well, and it's even dish control. Moose will get one, and they have the Rolling Thunder now in effect because of this tunnel play. But I don't even think they need to use it here. The peaks to try and get space back. It worked in the last one, but it doesn't work here. Oh, the timing. They toss a spike on over. Still 2 players. Only one. No one gets affected. The flash coming up huge to keep them alive. And Valen, a lovely trade, but it's just on the Saya. Ping
on the early round, that's to say the least. Look at Trent lining up. I think it's a fault line.
Doesn't come out just yet. Low-key might be a Rolling Thunder.
Rolling
just
Thunder?
A really battle for this control. Nets a tight corner. Does hear the jump. Finds Moose. TP's out now. A little bit more info. Mata just sitting on top of this box outside of Arcade is going to be good to find one. He will blast back out there as well. B main's been taken up as well. A Viper's Pit of Jonah P. Now LG kind of in a shifty spot as they don't really have much control. They're going to have to retake this area towards Arcade. Still a 4-on-4 though. Net holding with the op towards the A side. Only 2 players here, and it's not a lot of support that Jonah P can offer because he's kind of stuck focused on B main. I mean, him and Valorant are kind of playing these 1vx's where they have to watch Arcade. One has to watch Arcade, I mean, and the other has to just watch his B main area.
Yeah, Valen's only goal right now is to play contact. He still has the orbital strike. He's not going to be able to do essentially anything else other than that. So here we go. Oh, orbital strike actually being used very, very early. LG to actually make some space instead back over in tower, but it doesn't catch anyone. So now Trent's still watching over. The fault line is perfect, and the showstopper is even better right in the face of Jonah P. So there you go. The 1v1s that Jonah P were worried about, he just gets taken down in a flash right outside his own pit. We're still waiting for that orbital, but no, it's actually going to be a fault line plus the orbital at the exact same time. Great combo, and now it's a 3-on-3.
Spike wasn't even down.
Spike didn't go down.
I thought for sure it would have gone down in the last second.
It's not going to go down. It's not going to go down. Time is over.
With only a single smoker, it's smokes that can't regenerate. How strong is this defensive hold going to be? Well, early on, it's a lot of util being congested here towards this A side. A peek in as well from Mata after a flash. No, just a fault line, actually. It was a counter flash back from the guard, it looked like. Instead, is LG will be forced to back away from the door position. Nade comes through. And it's LG who are stuck with 3 players here. Not a lot you can really do here to make these early rotations. Again, it's the same instance we saw with the guard on their defensive side. Not looking for too much control, but they will try and isolate this one fight on the Dazzle.
Oh, they did a really good job with it, though, but Dazzle still goes out and still gets the frags. Valen with 2 big ones, actually, opening things up still for LG, but you still have that space being taken back by at least just Dazzle, but Dazzle finally goes down. Now only 2 players remaining for Luminosity. B-Dog alongside Tig. Both coming in from mid. Still... Actually, you were looking at a pretty decent lack of util here for LG. Or, excuse me, for the guard.
I mean, it's the same instance here for LG as well, right? Tig has only gotten the molly. Or at least expose Saya play here,
one
but
angle.
Is that really going to be enough? Because you have, again, a player up drop.
Oh,
and
no,
even
they
as
still
Saya...
lost it! Everything for the guard. And you can actually see how more or less they think about this. Spread apart, trying to split into B. Oh, look at the stack from LG. Look how many people are up here. Saya trying to go up. He doesn't have anything to actually work this with. So instead, it's just going to be dry angles. Could have pulled out the boombot or something like that, but instead, 3 players around the corner. They get some decent kills, actually. Not too bad. But B-Dog, he has to find 3 to make this possible for LG. But again, some decent damage done already. We shouldn't expect too many fireworks.
Yeah, you know, it's bound to work. You have the 3 bodies, a snake bite there as well, vulnerabling a couple. LG not really able to do much to hold that play back. B-Dog, okay, nice shot from him. It's something about this headhunter in the ADS. B-Dog, no recoil. It's going to look for a little bit extra. This is no longer a full bonus from the guard. They've lost the minimum needed to hold on, and that would have been 3. B-Dog, just again, looking for a little bit more. If he finds another, this is not a good round.
Onto the SMGs. And in this round specifically, the guard, they're still going back for a B split, but this time they actually have a lot more space.
Yeah, fast play again. We're going to see the similar nade aftershock combo, but instead Saya not going to risk missing. It's the judge up close, and that's a lovely combo from the guard to take that control. Fault line coming in. That'll stun a lot. Tig going to be good for multiple, but Valen, good for at least that trade. Will keep things to an even 3 versus 3.
Oh, the wall. The boost up from Mata that was almost so good on top of that Viper wall to catch at least 1 kill on the Valen, but it doesn't happen. And now the guard, they have to crawl back. They had to take on at least 1 kill from that. They take down Moose, and now watch out for one more. Dazzle, the 1v.
But an inability to deploy quickly and cause a delay here for any exits that are going through. And that round was just the guard being very aggressive on these pushes. The trap wires, all that's going to be there to stop him. Good to break it. He will not be able to get out fully. And a quick rotations here from the guard. 3 players already on site, but just a spray through the guard. realizing they've been stopped in their tracks, halt things for a second. With haphazard sprays, have elected to take this first frag, and now they can slow it down even further, knowing no one's now on their tail end. They can shift around, they can cut noise. They're really going to manipulate this part of the map.
Yeah, again, with all 5 alive, and with
right here,
almost 2 minutes on the clock, man, I mean, you can do so much against an eco. I mean, you just want to be sure. It's just realistically just kills that you can absolutely guarantee that you come out positive from. And that's all we're seeing from the guard. They run into a pack site, but this one's a bit tougher though. Net is all alone back over on A, making a whole lot of noise, but this is going to work out for a B take.
Yeah, he's just kind of hovering around that A site, a walk up, if you will, and towards the B site. The clearance up towards tower just to make sure that there's absolutely no one here and there is nobody home. Vacant B site is LG. Will attempt the 4-on-4 retake. Really not much to lose. Guaranteed moving forward. Dazzle and Tig will have both the Rolling Thunder and the Orbital Strike. We'll see if the guard can get Trent onto his Rolling Thunder and maybe even Sion onto the Showstopper here. All 4 players approaching from different angles. 2 now towards B-Link, other from Canteen, 1 from Arcade.
That's it.
And yeah, it's rough if you don't want to go for that first frag. Definitely seals their fate.
Yeah, and it does because Trent now has the ultimate, now has the Rolling Thunder. That stops any defuse no matter what. B-Dog still gonna try it though. Does actually take down Trent, so there goes the 1 factor that I mentioned, but he still has 4 other factors to deal with to kind of realize that they needed to boot on a little bit more pressure, that a lot of space or a lot of map control was essentially being given up for free by the attackers. So again, it just matters when that turn ends up coming, when that flip of the switch ends up happening in the half, where potentially Luminosity realizes that some of this map control could be easier than usual. But look at this, the guard, they're pretty much compensating for this. They're not going for any sort of early take. They've compensated for some earlier takes from LG, and it actually, well, it doesn't exactly work out in their favor, at least with that 1 pick, but they were at least waiting up for that interaction. Still 4 players remaining for the guard.
Rolling Thunder here still ready for Trent. And are they really going to want to use it? They are indeed. That'll clear out at least Sand for now. Oh,
here we go.
Strike. It splits them up, though. It's literally only 2 players out on the site. They will get the spike down. Lovely nade from Saya player to catch B-Dog off. Fortunate to find that frag now, a 4-on-4. Trent tucked in with Saya player. Huge Rolling Thunder coming through. And oh, Showstopper's not exchanged, but instead Trent and Saya. The cross being held, and it's up to Moose. A catastrophe towards the holes as everyone goes down on LG, and Moose has got to save.
God, a Rolling Thunder and anything. I mean, the only realistic thing that could stop that was something like a Showstopper, where only 1 shot would be able to take away so much damage. But it wasn't even that right. Saya, he pulls out.
Does in that instance. 9-8, LG with only 1 rifle to play forward. It's the guard taking the lead here. For the first time since that pistol round. Net going to be forced off of this angle early on. And it looks like we will have some LG aggression shown very early on. But it's only towards the B side.
B-Dog's still going to get an open opportunity at this first kill because of the gap and because of his boost. But he doesn't get any more. He drops down. And we're still getting a bit of pressure from LG. There goes Moose. Back down, taking down Trent. And now these 3 players from the guard, they're forced to redirect.
And this could be another eco situation for the LG. A half buy if
another
you will.
one.
Moose, who got aggressive solo over towards Tree with his Phantom, was able to net something. Jonah P just trying to retake this space here. They really have nothing to net play off of here. Guard expecting perhaps an A hit as full A main control gathered here by Mata.
Look at that.
He knows to just play his life and play off of his util, and with the cutting of noise, LG are starting to shift players back, but really they're in such close proximity to the B site. They can make such fast rotations. Even then, 3 players now posted back up towards it. I mean, it's just Moose here. And it's that camera. It does give a little bit of information, but it's only going to buy just a couple seconds, and that's all LG needed.
Okay, but these toxins are going to go down quick. They're not fresh by any means. There goes Dazzle taking away the plant, essentially. 15 seconds left. It's going to be a free shot for Moose, but that Viper's pick comes up at the perfect time. Net lines up 2 kills, but now it's Jonah P in a 1v3. He's not even... Wait, is he going to be able to plant in the middle of his pit? Going to be able to plant behind it at least, but...
You want to play? Let's
it up front here. Flash goes through. That'll keep these players back for just a little bit longer. Early control from the guard given here towards both Dish and this A-hall area. 4-man, 5-man approach Orbital strike to clear out the middle side if they want, or even that back defender spawn. 3 players here, and well, already Dazzle has some util lined up. Moose holding up top as well. It's a 3-man cross, but that singular wall will split up the defense.
That orbital strike not going to hit anyone, and you still have 3 players here, including the stim beacon. Improving that fire rate just a little bit more and can make things a bit more chaotic. And out goes Mata with an immediate counter showstopper that could have gotten so many if the guard had actually, if they had actually committed to this. But Tig going in, 50-50s it with Net, swings out of the smoke, and it works out perfectly. All 3 players still remaining for the guard. They've all been revealed. This is a tragedy for the guard when it comes to the A site. But for LG, this locked jaw hold is going to give them double digits.
These last 2 players, Valen. Oh,
wait.
Okay, Trent. Decent, lovely swing. 25 seconds left to try and make something happen. But, I mean, it's such a tight choke point to swing out of an A main. After shot clear under sight, it will force Dazzle on this peak. But even then, Trent is good. But how good can he really get? So we know him to make nothing. Been the map controller issue. On a map like Fracture, you know how critical it can be. 4 different entry points. 2 to each site. Dog. Alone with the operator, forced to back away due to the fault line. Now the guard have battled back for this control. Full A control really is the dish. Dish is the only area not really
what a pop.
contested. Big pop, like you said. 3 men out over towards Sand. And well, it's going to be Dazzle to try and hold it back. But Lovely trades through. B-Dog alone in this site. Quick with the op, needs to find a little bit more. But a jumping net will catch him off guard. And Mata just trying to catch these players through the smoke. It will be a second.
Made LG react.
In this round, they're going to do something very similar. Looking to battle here for tunnel control to allow this rolling thunder from Tret to come into effect. And, it's early. No, it's not even going to go for the site control take. Instead, they're going to fly in. They've kept these players from Canteen and towards the link off guard. B-Dog can't take the TP. There's no one for him to run. And that site control from the guard. They hold them back with a util now. And a 5 versus 3. As quick as that, the guard have popped once more.
I mean, he pops the TP right at the perfect moment. But again, just that take. Instant from the guard. I mean, we were talking about Quick before, but that was everything. Pedal to the metal. And LG, they can't take anything back. They have decent credits, though. Most of their players are going to be able to buy up no matter what going into the next round. Thus meaning that we're essentially going to see LG being able to buy for the rest of this game no matter what. But man, you got to give it up for the guard for that round.
Yeah, and B-Dog is just kind of stuck in tower thinking, I need to try and find it towards B.
And again, a massive stack considering the fact that the rifles are out for LG.
Shift back quick.
They just wanted some of that early pressure, but look how fast they're actually going back over on A. And look at this setup now. Net. All the way back on Dish. But Moose has no clue about Net. It's just going to be that 50-50. But look at the rest. Look at the rest of the guard going in. Net is actually able to take down Moose. That's a massive win. They take back Dish, and the rest of the team, they already won the middle of sight. The guard now in a 5v4.
That whole wrap through Sand again. The util popping again. Trent, just trying to take the fight to their face. He doesn't even need to do that. But he still wants it nonetheless. They had the man advantage, and they still maintained it. They removed Dazzle. That's all the flash is gone from this round. No one strike. There's nobody there. Nobody to receive, and now they're trying to approach slowly.
Viper orb up. They're still compensating for Dish. Valen has to get one here. Can he make
credits? I don't know why you there you go. Last second LG. With these Spectres, are going to try and hold them back. Again, early aggression from the guard. They're really switching up the tempo. One off for Valen to get on to his ultimate. And well, they're trying to take these fights. Door popped and one head gone. Dazzle does go huge with 2, and that should keep them at least for now in this round. But LG, still again, it's 3 Spectres left over, and already the guard have shifted to B where there's nobody waiting.
He takes away 2 pretty big players. There goes the Brim, there goes the Raze. Entry potential is a little bit more subdued. But of course, you're just without the smokes. Jonah P, he doesn't even have an orb anymore to use. But they're just going to go into this draw, and it works out again. No one here for LG. It's going to be the 3v3 now to potentially close off this BO3.
2 players already tucked in towards tower. 2 smokes to play with here for Tig, and all 3 of them are approaching from the same spot. At least they've got 2 rifles. Nets stuck in the middle. He's going to try and swing. Net couldn't get it. He's stuck, denied. The teleport not connecting, and now Trent has the flash, but there's a player up close. There's a wrap even as well. Flash goes through. Jonah P to find one. It's not enough time. They only get it to half. Jonah P with a
1v2.
huge
No,
first
he's not
frag,
gonna
but they've
get it!
already stuck. The guard, oh my goodness, so close. And LG just able to stave off. Ultimates starting to line up here. I mean, look at the guard. Already orbital strike, 1 point off of 2. Showstopper and the Rolling Thunder, and Mata knows he needs to fight. He's not stuck just now. We'll be able to back away at least for the moment, and it will be Mata conceding this dish control. Again, the guard shifting their way into the A site. Orb can be grabbed up here in a second as well. Saya looking for the peak. We'll confirm the orb's safety. But do they actually want to grab it here? Because again, I mean, they are 1 off of 2 major ultimates for entries. And they already have that orbital strike lined up. It's LG to try and reaggress and try and take space back in towards A halls. And now Saya, grabbing that ult orb, is ready to pop on in. And it's going to be a fault line to clear out this site, but 2 players close and aggressive.
Yeah, does Net expect it? Net going
Does,
around the
he
corner,
does.
gonna be able to get one. No, not the second. Mata with the SMG goes in big, and the TP. B-Dog with a massive shot midair, and the TP goes away right before the showstopper connects. Here comes Jonah P. Needs to get 2 here to really make this possible. He
does.
And indeed, he does it. Mata now with a showstopper, coast to coast, nailing Mata from the other side of sight, and the net.
Gonna go for
What?
this
No,
aggressive
he's not.
play. They're going straight into tree here. Oh my.
Oh,
He should be good for
Saya.
1 here.
It almost worked because of the fault line, but Tiggy
Does.
still needs to fight, and it works. B-Dog. At the exact same time, though, does end up getting a big kill, but that
Shift
was
back to
Spike.
Arcade.
That was Spike again, but like you said, arcade control being taken now by LG. Not much more noise, though. They're not going up elevator.
And there's a rotate already in from Jonah P. You have Net in a comfortable spot. Playing retake towards this A side. Trademark. Allow them to play like this. And oh, that's a massive first pick
Huge.
from Trent. 4 versus 3 now. Spike is still stuck towards that side. Dazzle has just crept up.
Dazzle.
They don't know.
Oh,
Dazzle
Trent.
should have a free frag, but can he get a little more? Yes, he can.
Oh,
He's
this
got
is
2.
perfect.
He's got 2. And he might have just saved the round there for LG.
He
On low
absolutely
HP
has.
comes up huge. Jonah P has to hold this cross. There's nothing to keep him from it. Jonah P tagged down to 34, though.
Oh, and he's dead. Net now, the last one remaining in a 1v3. Come on, Dazzle. That was the play to make everything happen here for LG. No way he sneaks up from behind with 16 HP, and he does it all. Now Net, 1v3. Had an opportunity on the shot in the middle of sight, but didn't connect. Playing his chamber. He has nothing to cover himself up with. He just has to fight this. Bit by bit, the Vandal's certainly going to help. Both players still sitting up in tower, waiting up for the opportunity. There goes a fault line, and there.
Pop towards this A side, where again we see Net solo lurking towards Dish. Not an aggressive take this time around here from the guard, as they will back up. They're forced to stay back because of this sky smoke. And it's just biding time. Seconds ticked off of this clock as LG should be ready for a reaggression. Even then, Saya tagged down to 3 HP and a double cross being held. Not good enough. It's a dink received to B-Dog, and he's not ready for the next net, though. Quick to adjust. That does open things up here now for the offensive take.
Mata, though, could line up multiple, but Saya player. What a flick. Back onto Mata. Still 3 players remaining. Net coming in. Oh, but Net's going to get absolutely slapped across the forehead by B-Dog. What a shot. You can barely see the pixel of enough.
Oh,
no. Fault line being lined up for Dazzle, but instead Dazzle gets lined up alongside B-Dog. This could actually be the tying score now for the guard, but in comes Moose in a 1v3, making a 1v2. The Cage making a
T round have elected to give Net the glass cannon op, and he is soloed towards Dish once more. The spot that he's been so good so far. This time it's slower here from LG. Boombot to clear on out. 2 players down towards tree and A halls, watching the extremities, careful to see if anyone will want to push. As Mata and Dazzle will work this A side, or apologies, this B side, the arcade side. There's not much noise going on.
No, but this pop from Trent. He has Spike right in front of him.
Oh, and
We've
it's a big
seen it
cross.
before. Oh, and it's a massive crossfire, like you mentioned. It has to be perfectly timed, essentially. Trent, waiting for a contact, maybe, to actually trigger this. I don't think he actually wants to do... no, he wasn't. He wasn't going to do it dry. But he is back now purely because nobody else is watching back down in tree. So he actually has to watch 2 angles. In goes Saya player, going to be able to get 1. There goes the flashback from Trent. Can Trent actually go in? No, I don't think so. The fault line's going to be in a bit too late. Flash finally going in, and he's actually finally able to get the kill. Dazzle from behind. Trent, that 180 was almost nasty. But Dazzle now realizing that the battle is still probably won just off of the damage. Now still has to bite out that 1v1. Net with a massive miss. Still 3 players in the middle of sight. Plant is still not going in. 20 seconds left. Saya player in a beautiful position. Can he get 2? Yes, he can get 2. 40 HP now remaining on Dazzle.
Tempo change. Their last offensive rounds have all been just pops into either sites. Heading for early control again. Over towards A. No noise towards B Arcade. Is going to draw some rotations over. Dazzle the first to come on through. They pivot back. Now realizing, okay, we've drawn a rotation. We've drawn so many rotations. They don't even know it. But there's only 1 player here currently on site. Thankfully, Mata will start the shift back on over. A nice little camera from Moose, but he is exposed towards tower. Cage comes up
the one-way
through. Oh, but that peaks Saya. Good to find 1. Now Moose has to hold it down. He pops the cage into tower as well. He needs to be the guardian, and he cannot let anything through.
Oh, but he's not going to be able to find Net. Dazzle at the same time, though, with a big kill, and look how much ground they're gaining. Net has the crossfire. Jonah P with a big kill and a B-Dog. Dazzle still keeps it at a 2v2. Jonah P strikes away at the final 2. The Guard, they open up their campaign in VCT with a massive win over LG.
In a much closer second map between these two teams, LG's map pick goes